back to Cigarette in the Dark Time with Chris Alexander. Uh, Basically, the reason why that people like myself and others, there's many of us out here who look at all this contrived media events where we say, man, that's a false flag. Man, that's a false flag. That's the same people that did the last one. The reason why we can do this is because it's not because we're just super adept, smart, perceptive people, though we may be, and our network is awesome. Uh, it's Musashi said this in the art of strategy. All the art of war, the whole art of war is based on deception. Okay, so if they're that Jade Helm is based off martial tactics of Sun Tzu, well then it's all about deception. Therefore, that gives me a window in, and I can look at an event and say, man, that's a false flag crisis actor drill. Because Musashi says this. He says, man, if you win by a tactic once, good. Oh, you won by that twice. Awesome. Never try it a third time. Because the people are going to be able to see it coming right away. They're going to expect it. Same thing with the false flags. They've already done this technique like 13 times. So everyone you see coming, it's like it's a false flag. It's a false flag. It's a false flag. This is exactly what they did last time. This is a false flag. It's because they think, well, the public is so dumb in a lot of cases, and they so suck the teat of the statists that they just accept whatever's fed to them every time. So that's why they think they can keep doing it to you over and over again, because they think, man, how dumb are these motherfuckers? These dudes are retarded. That fluoride's working. So on that note right there's the reason why the false flags ain't working no more. It's because you're on the 33rd false fucking flag. You know what I'm saying? Look, 9/11, 7/77 bombing, Sandy hoax, Boston bombing, Marathon. I mean, those are all false fucking flags. And I mean, there's a lot more than that, but those are already debunked. You can look up Serco, Cerco, Serco. That's who's connected in 9/11, Boston bombing, and 7/7 and Sandy hoax. So, thank you for trying the same thing over and over again and making this so easy to spot out. Okay? And like I said, I just gave you some Sun Tzu said information as well to tie that together. Now, here's another point here. It's like, Obama makes a statement. He says, I have a pen and a phone. I mean, that is the super power of the statists, is that they have the beast. They have the system to sick on you. I realize it today. I'm looking at all these people and their potential agents. They're on they're getting their text message from base command, and then they're recording footage. And I'm like, look at these people. They couldn't even fit through this. I was at a playground with my niece, and I'm running around this jungle gym, trying to, just see it from the children's perspective, kind of. And I'm looking at these people. I'm like, man, they can't even do none of this. They couldn't even lift their knee past their waist, basically, in a lot of cases. And I'm like, man, I sit here and I break my back, man, trying to have all these abilities, which does make me, quite wiry and squirrely. And all these people, all they have is a whole bunch of people, just followers with cell phones. That is their superpower. Their pen and their phone. You know what I'm saying? Obama's like, here's a pen and a phone. You are the Homeland Guard. Now go protect America. You know what I'm saying? And these people chase people like me around and do all the street theater and record me. Plus, I'm being recorded from unseen vantage points anyway, from satellites and hidden cameras, spy cameras everywhere. I mean, we really are in a brave new 1984. And I realize it. It's like these guys get to skip James Bond and they get to be just average Joe with the cell phone and a pen. You know what I'm saying? Basically, they just get to call in basically artillery. You know how like on the battlefield, there's a dude with a phone. He'd tell you coordinates on the map. Oh, there's the enemy. Bring your planes and blow them up. These people are out just doing that, but they don't really have no power. But they have that cell phone and that pen bestowed to them, from Zeus, basically. You know what I'm saying? Which is it's just bogus that all these mediocre cats get to run around like they're the upper echelon of morality, and what is right and what is wrong, and it's irritating when you see how hypocritical it is. Why are you going to take the most short-sighted people and make them part of the in crowd? You know what I'm saying? Unless they're goes to prove intentional dumbing down, deliberate dumbing down. Because only idiots would basically drink their own blood and think that you're feeding them. And that's kind of how this works. It's like, here, put this noose that's connected around your neck around this other person's neck for us, please. Thank you. And then we'll just pull the string and all you fuckers will die. I mean, that's the best analogy that I can think of that situation. So there's a couple little views into this deception, this art of war. All war is based on deception, according to Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu said. So is it any wonder when we're sitting here saying, man, that's a false flag, and you say, man, you're just paranoid. No, what we're doing is we've studied Sun Tzu, renowned strategist, you know what I'm saying, worldwide renowned strategist. We're just obeying his principles. We're knowing ourselves and we're knowing the enemy. You know what I'm saying, basically. Yeah, it's like, now watch. Now that I put this video out there, they'll try to modify their tactics and you know what I'm saying, and try to seem like they're not deceptive, but that's a deception in itself. That they're hiding something. Then that's called a cover up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all this stuff is so simple. You know it all goes on. So listen, you might as well assume that all these negative things are going on because they are going on. You're just not aware of it. So you might as well assume, so when you catch it going on, it won't surprise you. But if you're just running around oblivious, it doesn't mean you're not in danger. Like I was talking about in the other video, relative danger. In all actuality, the person who seems kind of disturbed by the danger, they're not the one that's in most danger. It's the person who's oblivious that this whole cat and mouse, spy versus spy, sabotage, deep cover operation is going on in all of our neighborhoods. It's not just in the Southwest. It's all of America. It ain't even all of America. It's all nations. They got these ops going on, man. All these psychological ops. So it's all optical illusions. It's dazzling the eyes. You know what I'm saying? Or trying to blend in. It appear normal. That's why sometimes things that appear to be too normal may be sometimes. Because people are hiding behind normalcy. You know what I'm saying? Which is another form of hiding. It's not that. I mean, if your intention is I'm gonna deceive, I'm gonna have a hidden hand operating. Well, you practice in deception. You know what I'm saying? It's all on the intention. If a person is just secretive, that doesn't mean you're being deceptive. That just means, listen, I'm being private. That is fine to be private. But when you're working for a private organization that has a conspiracy to commit crimes, big difference. The intention is way different than you're just one personal person trying to keep their privacy. That's not deception. A person who pretends, but that's to gain an inside vantage point to spy or observe other people. Now you're a saboteur. Now you're a provocateur. Now you are treasonous. Now all these negative things fall on you. It's because of your intention. If your intention is I'm gonna live and let live and stay out of everyone's way, that's a good intention. That's like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? You love thy neighbor. So it's like, listen, I want my freedom. You get to have your freedom as long as we're not hurting each other at some point through our freedoms. There's no reason to restrict people. But because of these false flagists, there should be restrictions where the government can't engage in psychological operations. It's called lying, bearing false witness, using false pretenses to do false motives. You say the motive's this. It's for your best protection, your best benefit. But really, it's so we can fucking kill you easily without resistance. That's a false motive. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's falsehood. All negative things. What I'm saying is discourage people who engage in negative things and encourage the good things that people do. You know what I'm saying? Once again, that's the best way to teach, is through encouragement and not necessarily by the end of a gun and re-educationing. That's not really freedom. That's not good. Whatever comes out of that is not good, because people have to want it. You know what I'm saying? And if you give them a reason that isn't true to make them want something they don't need, well, it's all going to fall apart at some point, because if it began in deception, it's going to end in deception. If it began on lies, it's going to end in lies, and therein lies the weaknesses of kinivery.